Our thesis kind of reminds me a bit like Apple. Okay. Okay, hold on, here we go. Hold on. Oh, don't leave. Hold on. Don't leave me. Kind of reminds me of Apple. For folks who don't know, Apple was hitting the deep value screens about 20 years ago, okay? It was a value stock. Many people, they didn't think that they could do it. They couldn't turn around. It was a shitty company, blah, blah, blah. They didn't stand any chance, right? Hope most people know it was a huge success, right? But it was a value stock. And it turned around, and you had Steve Jobs crushing it, reinventing the business. Now, I'm just saying that the stock itself, it was a value stock, and then and a lot of people kind of skeptical of it, kind of betting against it, really questioning. It's up against some steep competition. They were all very reasonable takes at the time. Reinvented itself over time with some sick products, and obviously Steve Jobs leading the way, and what it transformed into was a growth opportunity, right? And it was a different part of the thesis. The first part of the thesis had nothing to do with iPods, iPads. It didn't matter. No one knew that at the time. I don't know, 18 years ago, whatever it was. No one knew, it wasn't on anyone's radar. If you had invested in it, you were kind of just betting on, okay, this looks interesting. It's really cheap. What if they do succeed, blah, blah, blah. But as the story evolved, as it transformed, it took on a life of its own. It was a new thesis, and it transformed into this major, major growth opportunity, okay? I'm not saying GameStop's the next Apple. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was a value stock, and then it transformed, and it was deserving of much larger multiples. At times, it's still gotten a little bit cheap. Was it 2013? It kind of got cheap again. But this is the thing, stocks can do this, and those are some of the biggest opportunities. We can argue about whether this is going to turn into that. That's fine. I'm just saying this is the type of stock where you don't see this too often, where it's a true stock almost priced for bankruptcy, hitting all the screens. Everyone's like, this is ridiculous. This company's done. Secular risks can't transform. As the story evolves, as you pick up more information, then you go, oh shit, wait, actually that is a really good position that they have in the industry, right? Well, we'll get more into the GameStop attributes in a bit, but it's a different type of a company. Make no mistake about it. Not forecasting $1 trillion market cap, nothing like that. Obviously not. At this point in time, such a low probability to that, it's ridiculous. I'm just saying it's not that often that I deal in one of these stocks where it evolves to a point where I'm like, oh shit, this looks kind of interesting as they go through it. And the Ryan Cohen is the factor that changed that for me. If you see those early GameStop videos, it was very... I had to assign a low probability to it because I'm like, I have no idea. What the hell do I know about this stuff? But I do know kind of like those value stock type stuff. So this transition period. This is where you're going to see lots of volatility. You're going to see lots of bearish takes out there. You're going to see lots of bullish takes, people picking up on it. This is what happens at these inflection points. And that's going to be the question mark, though. Like, wait a second. Is it going to become a growth stock? Is it an opportunity? And I still see some good discussions going back and forth. I'm obviously in the camp that thinks that it can succeed. I think there's lots of optionality here, and I am excited about a Ryan Cohen type being at the helm because I think this guy totally gets it. I think he does. And you can say, oh, no, I don't think so. That's fine. You know what? Like, it's a different time. It's a bit more difficult to defend. All I can say is that I feel as though I'm kind of dialed into it, and I'm on board. That's all you can say, you know. Yeah. So anyway, and then sentiment wise, again, GameStop's its own unique opportunity. Ryan Cohen, his own unique badass, right? That's abundantly clear at this point. But as far as story goes, like, how long have you had people betting against Tesla this whole time, right? This is the same thing. This is a different type of a stock than Tesla, right? Different type of a stock than Apple, different type of stock than Tesla. But you have people betting against it the whole time. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. There's no way this can happen. There's no way this can happen. I'm just like, absolutely it could. And you've seen me, even though I would suck at trying to value that business. Make no mistake. But I have been bullish. I have been bullish on that chart, bullish on me. He's a good story till he gets that point across. If you had to take a position thus far, I tilt bullish. Anyway, I never had the position. And all along the way, I'm like, damn, a missed opportunity. And here you got GameStop where I'm like, oh shit, sick. It kind of feels like it has that. This is bullshit. This doesn't make any sense. Me talking, I'm just like, oh, sick. This looks familiar to me, right? This looks familiar. Now, again, Ryan Cohen different than an Elon Musk, but he has that ability to. He just strikes me as a badass. That's all. And I think along the way, people almost, like I said, bet against GameStop at this point because Ryan Cohen and his crew